Hello, I'm Carolyn Cormier. I will be your instructor for EDU 612 using technology to teach social studies. As we get going in this course, the first week will be a combination of laying the foundation for success with our clinical work and some managerial type tasks that we need to get to, and also diving right into content. So I created this video for you so we can kind of overview the foundational items that we'll need to take care of as we get going in the next week or two, and also to overview the content that we have coming up in Module 1 for you. As you log into the course, you'll see my introductory message here at the top and then a brief description of what's to come in 612. Under that, you will see links to 3 discussion boards. The first is our announcements discussion board. I'd like you to check that each time you log in. It's where I'll be posting important reminders about the course, things I've noticed in our discussions, key takeaways from the week, and giving module overviews. Underneath that, you'll see links to a general course question and discussion board, and also our virtual student lounge where we can connect with one another. Underneath that, you'll see resources for this course that will be very valuable to you. These are links to everything that you will need as far as rubrics, as far as grading policies, technology resource, how to access your textbooks, and our syllabus, which I would like you to download and look at in the first week of the course. So as I said, Module 1 will contain both foundational type managerial things that we'll need to do to get going, and also a lot of content. So we've created this getting started checklist for you, and it kind of walks you through those foundational managerial type things that you really need to get done so that you can lay the groundwork to have a successful clinical experience. This list is set up so that you can check off things as you go and actually see your progress on this progress bar here. Most of them are self-explanatory, like I mentioned before. I'd like you to read the syllabus. I'd like you to look at the announcements section now and each time that you log into the course. I want you to post an introduction in the introduction forum so we can get to know each other and learn about each other's backgrounds. So the first few things are pretty self-explanatory, but if you do have questions, you can always email me, text me, or post it in our course discussion forum if you think it's something that everyone will benefit from seeing the answer to. This is one that I would like to talk about briefly, is starting your collaboration log. This is going to be a log of all of your professional learning activities that you do in your placement. So you're going to be working with your mentor in your school, in your district, your supervising practitioner, to take note of any professional learning hours that you log as a student teacher. So any book clubs you attend with your mentor or alone, any PLC hours that you observe or contribute to, any committee or teamwork or grade level team or department team meetings, anything professionally that you're contributing to, you need to keep track of as we go throughout this course and other clinical experiences, and make notes about those hours. We're going to be using those notes and your log in an assignment as artifacts in week 12. So you need to be aware of that right from the get-go in this course, that you're keeping track of this, you're making notes, and just jotting it down so that we can look back at it in a later assignment. The format and the template for your collaboration log can be found in the course resource folder that I showed you at the front of our course shell. The second thing you're going to be doing, the second log you're going to be starting, is your teaching log. And that's a log for all of the clinical time that you spend in the classroom. You want to log the date, the hours, the age range that you were observing and teaching with, and as well as maybe a description of your activities during that clinical time. The next log you're going to start is a professional resource list. This will be a list that you keep with your logs that serves as a note sheet, sort of, either in electronic or in print form, of resources that you want to keep track of and remember during your clinical experiences and for your future work as an educator. So for example, if you find that your supervising practitioner relies on a certain textbook that you find extremely valuable, you might note the citation of that book or the title and the author and a description of what you've used it for in the past to help you remember it for the future. Or you may find that you have discovered a website that you think is extremely valuable for use with a particular group of students. You might note that in your professional resource list. So it's a compilation of professional readings or websites or games or any sort of resource that you find helpful in your growth as a teacher or for use with students that you want to keep track of. You want to compile all of these things together, your collaboration log, your teaching log, and your resource list, in some central location, either on your computer desktop or in print form, so that you know where it is, because like I said, we're going to be calling on it in later weeks. And you want to have started it early so that it can truly document your growth as a learner and be a real compilation of resources for you moving forward. Once you feel like you have a handle on this getting started checklist, or you've at least begun part of it and you're seeing your progress bar move forward, you can come back to the beginning of the course and start looking at Module 1 and diving into the content of our course. So underneath our course resources, you'll see the modules listed out. You can choose to close them if you want to see a scope and sequence of the course and open up one at a time as you go, or keep them all open if you'd like. In Module 1, we're really going to start thinking about what social studies really is, what it encompasses, and why it's important for our students, and what our goal is in providing social studies lessons to kids. And our goal is really to prepare them to actively contribute to our democratic society and be savvy and be wise and be socially responsible citizens. That's our ultimate goal. So it's more than just history lessons or economic lessons or civics. It is all of those things, but in the context of the world. And your first assignment is going to be to read a chapter in our text, the Essentials of Social Studies text. And so you can access that here under Read Module 1. If you click on the link, it will give you all of the texts that you need to read in this first week. And the first one, the chapter I was referring to, is here in this hot link, The Essentials of Social Studies in grades K to 8. And so you'll click and follow that link and it will bring up the text for you. You can see the author and the book cover here, and also a table of contents where you can skip around portions of the book. So Trends in Social Studies Education is where we're going to start. Up here, there's some links for you for a citation if you need to cite this text in future work. We're going to be using APA citations, so you want to scroll down and choose APA. This is here for you, but I would ask that you cross-reference it and check it with your APA manual for any anomalies. Make sure that you're citing things correctly. There's also links up here at the top where you can download and save particular chapters if you feel like you'll be accessing them a lot and you prefer to have them on your computer. So this first chapter of our social studies text discusses the frustration that many educators are experiencing with high-stakes testing and how they're finding that the arts and science and social studies are taking somewhat of a back burner to English and language arts and mathematics because those are the tested subjects. And it talks about the importance of finding a balance in all of that and sort of avoiding prefab lessons and instead favoring true integration of the arts and social studies into our classrooms. Your second piece of reading in Module 1 can be found under the Module 1 activities in the form of our discussion about TPAC. If you click on the discussion forum, it gives you all of the resources for as far as video and reading. There's also a graphic organizer that you can find in our list under Module 1. TPAC is an acronym for Technological Pedagogical Content Knowledge. It's basically the knowledge base that teachers bring to the classroom and the different forms that this knowledge takes. You'll find that it's very integrated, much like the knowledge that we know students need to be successful. So you'll be watching this video about TPAC as well as reading the text about it and posting your initial reflection about TPAC in our discussion board. I'd like you to post your initial response by Wednesday of the first week and respond to 2 other students' postings by Friday. I hope you found this introductory video to be a help for you. I'll post much shorter ones each week, just reviewing the items that we need for completion in each module. In the meantime, if you have any questions at all, send me a quick email or give me a phone call or send me a text, and I'm happy to connect with you. Otherwise, I look forward to meeting you in the introductory forum.